Hello friends, myself Dr. Deepak, and today we are going to discuss about anatomy of tongue. First of all, introduction. So the tongue is a muscular organ. It is situated at the floor of the mouth. The main function of the tongue is the taste, but the other functions are the speech, the deglutition and the mastication. The tongue is divided by the sulcus terminalis. It is a sulcus, it is a V-shaped sulcus. Due to this sulcus, it is divided in the two parts, this anterior and posterior part. The part anterior to the sulcus terminalis, it lies in the oral cavity. That's why this area it is a oral part. The structure, the part posterior to this sulcus terminalis, lies in the pharyngeal area. That's why it is known as the pharyngeal part. So due to this sulcus terminalis, the tongue is divided in the anterior and posterior, or the oral and the pharyngeal part. That is external features. So in the external features, it is named three parts: the apex, the pori and the root. The apex, it is also known as the tip of the tongue, then the body and then the root. So the root, it is in the posterior part or in the pharyngeal part. It lies in the pharyngeal area. This root, it is attached with the three different bones, as we see in the lateral section. So we can draw it like that. This is the tongue in the lateral aspect. So in the lateral aspect, anterior to that, there is a one bone. Yes, this one in a cut section, it is a mandible bone. Then inferior to the tongue, this bone, it is a hyoid bone. Hyoid bone is here. Then at the roof of the tongue, first of all there is a hard palate. In its anterior part, it is a hard palate formed by the palatine bone, and in its posterior part, there is a soft palate like that. Okay. So the root of the tongue, here there is a sulcus terminalis. So this is oral part, and this is this pharyngeal part. Okay. So this pharyngeal part, or this is not also known as the root of the tongue. So this root of the tongue, it is attached anteriorly with the mandible, then inferiorly with the hyoid bone, and superiorly with the palate or soft palate. Okay, so we are discussing about the root of the tongue. We will see in the in further by which muscle the root of the tongue is attached with this three structure. But the root of the tongue, it is lies in the pharyngeal area, and it is attached anteriorly with the mandible, inferiorly with the hyoid bone, and superiorly with the soft palate. Then the tip of the tongue, or the anterior part of the tongue. So the tip, it is from the anterior free end of the tongue, and it lies in the floor of the mouth and posterior to the incisor tip, superior incisor tip. Means here anterior to this tip of the tongue, there are the incisor tip. So it lies behind the superior incisor tip. So this is about the tip of the tongue. Then the body. So the body has a two surfaces. Is this surface, it is known as a dorsal surface, and this surface, it is known as a inferior surface. So the body of the tongue, it has a two surfaces, is dorsal surface and the inferior surface. So first of all, we will discuss about the dorsal surface. So here in this view, in this superior view, we can see is dorsal surface. So this dorsal surface is further divided into two parts, the oral and the pharyngeal part, as we discussed with this sulcus terminalis. So what is the sulcus terminalis? Sulcus terminalis, it is a V-shaped sulcus which divides the dorsal surface into two parts. The part anterior to this, it is in the oral cavity, that's why it is the oral part, whereas the part posterior to this sulcus terminalis, it is known as a pharyngeal part. Okay. So there are some other features on this dorsal surface. So first of all, here you can see some folds are drawn. So these folds are known as a foliate papilla. What? They are known as a foliate papilla. So what is the foliate papilla? So the foliate papilla, it lies anterior to the palatoglossal arch. Now what is the palatoglossal arch? Here you can see in this lateral area, the structure is palatoglossal arch. The palatoglossal arch actually is formed by the palatoglossus muscle. So what is this palatoglossus muscle? If we see here from the front, is cut section of the tongue. So here in the cut section, the tongue is look like, and here on the superior area there is a palate. This is the palate, and this is a tongue. So here is the one muscle which attach with the palate and the tongue and form one arch. So these arch, it is known as the palatoglossal arch. Okay, it is formed by the palatoglossus muscle. So here is the palatoglossal arch. So the palatoglossal arch. So that where is the, we are actually locating the foliate papilla. So the foliate papilla is lies anterior to this palatoglossal arch. In this foliate papilla, there are 4 to 5 vertical folds of the mucosal membrane. 4 to 5 vertical folds of the mucosal membrane. It is formed these foliate papillas. Okay. Now, what is the foramen cecum? Here is the one word, the foramen cecum. So, what is the foramen cecum? You must have to remember that this foramen cecum, it is not lies in the cecum, but it is a part of the tongue. Okay, it may be asked in the viva examination. So the foramen cecum. So where is the location of this foramen cecum? Where the two limbs of the sulcus terminalis are meet in the median area. In this median area, these two limbs of sulcus terminalis are meet here. So at this meeting point, there is a one pit, and this pit, it is known as a foramen cecum. Okay. So now the lingual tonsil. What are the tonsils? We know that tonsils are the lymphoid tissue. So here is a palatine tonsil, which is lies in the palate. Okay. So that's why it is known as the palatine tonsil. Whereas tonsils are also present on this pharyngeal area of the tongue, and these tonsils are known as a lingual tonsils. Okay. Then there is a one sulcus in the median area, which divides the tongue in the two halves. This sulcus, it is known as a median sulcus. Now the papilla of the tongue. So how many papillas what are the papillas? Papillas, in these papillas, the taste buds are lies, which are responsible for the taste. So there are the four types of the papilla: the circumvallate papilla, the foliate papilla, the filiform papilla, and the fungiform papillas. So we must have to remember the location of these papillas. So the circumvallate papilla, as its name suggests, it is in the circular fashion. So the circumvallate papillas are lies anterior to the sulcus terminalis. Okay. So just anterior to the sulcus terminalis, there are the circumvallate papilla. Then the foliate papilla, we already discussed. There are lies anterior to this palatoglossal arch. Then the filiform papilla. So these filiform papilla are lies to the entire dorsal surface of the tongue. Entire dorsal surface of the tongue, the filiform papillas are present. Then the fungiform papilla. So these fungiform papilla are mostly present in the tongue and the lateral borders of the tongue. Okay, at the tip of the tongue and the lateral margins of the tongue, the fungiform papillas are present. Okay, this is all about this dorsal surface. So, which structures are present on the dorsal surface? So on the dorsal surface, you must first have to remember that the sulcus terminalis is divided in the dorsal surface in the oral and the pharyngeal part. Then there is the foramen cecum, which lies at the median part where the two limbs of the sulcus terminalis are meet each other. Then on the pharyngeal part, there is the tonsil, which are known as the lingual tonsils. Then in the median area, there is the median sulcus which divides the tongue in the left and right half. Then the papillas. So how many papillas? There are the four types of the papillas: circumvallate papilla, foliate papilla, filiform papilla, and the fungiform papilla. Circumvallate papillas are lies anterior to the sulcus terminalis, and the foliate papilla lies anterior to this palatoglossal arch. And there are the 4 to 5 vertical folds of the mucosal membrane which form this foliate papillas. And the filiform papillas are numerous in the number, and they are present on the entire dorsal surface of the tongue. Then the fungiform papilla, they are mostly lies in the apex and the lateral borders or lateral margins of the muscles of the tongue. Many times in the examination, only the name of the muscles is asked. So you must have to remember its name. There are two types of the muscle in the tongue: intrinsic and the extrinsic muscle. The intrinsic muscle of the tongue are the superior longitudinal muscle, then the vertical muscle, then the transverse muscle, and the inferior longitudinal muscle. So these four are the intrinsic muscle of the tongue, which compose its structure. These are the superior longitudinal muscle and the inferior longitudinal muscle and the vertical muscles and then the horizontal muscles. So these four muscles are the intrinsic muscle. Then the extrinsic muscle of the tongue. Extrinsic muscle means the muscles which attach the tongue to the nearby structures, mostly the bones. So we have already discussed which bones are around this tongue. So there is a palate, the hard palate and the soft palate, then the mandible, and the hyoid, and the styloid process. So the tongue is attached anteriorly with the mandible, and this muscle, the name of the muscle it is genioglossus. Then on the posterior side, the tongue is attached with the styloid process. So here the name of the muscle is styloglossus. Then on the superior side, it is attached with the palate. So the name of the muscle is palatoglossus. Then in the inferior side, it is attached with the hyoid bone. So the name of the muscle is hyoglossus. So these four are the extrinsic muscle of the tongue. So on the anterior side, it is attached with the genial tubercle of the mandible. So that's why the name of the muscle is genioglossus. Then on the posterior side, it is attached with the styloglossus. So the name of the muscle is styloglossus. Then on the superior side, it is attached with this soft palate. So the name of the muscle is palatoglossus. And on the inferior side, it is attached with the hyoid bone. So the name of the muscle is hyoglossus. Okay. These all extrinsic and the intrinsic muscle of the tongue are supplied by the 12th cranial nerve, means the hypoglossal nerve. But only the one muscle, the palatoglossus, is supplied by the cranial root of accessory nerve. Cranial root of accessory nerve. Okay. So artery supply of the tongue. Mainly three arteries are supplied: the lingual artery, the tonsillar artery, and the ascending pharyngeal artery. Venous drainage. So the deep lingual veins drains into the lingual into the facial, and facial into the internal jugular vein. Nerve supply. So the tongue is anterior to third part. Its general sensation are carried by the lingual nerves and taste by the choroid nerve. The posterior one part is general sensation and the taste both are carried by the ninth cranial nerve. Then the posterior nerve most part, this part is attached with the epiglottic area. So epiglottis. So this is its general sensation are carried by the vagus through the internal laryngeal nerve. The internal laryngeal nerve is the branch of the vagus. It is carries the sensation of the posterior most part. As we have discussed, all the muscles of the tongue, the extrinsic and intrinsic, are supplied by the 12th cranial nerve. But only the one exception is that the palatoglossus. The palatoglossus, it is supplied by the cranial root of the accessory nerve, means the 11th cranial nerve. Then the clinical anatomy of the tongue. So as the all muscle are supplied by this 12th cranial nerve, if there is a paralysis of the 12th cranial, if there is an injury to the 12th cranial nerve, so there is a paralysis of the tongue. Then if there is a infection in the tongue, so it is known as a glossitis. So here we have completed the anatomy of the tongue. Thank you. Thanks for watching.